Some people will point a judgmental finger that hails downward from a high horse at men who take great care of their appearance. Their primary criticism is often that strengthening the body you were given, refining the face that you speak to the world with, and clothing yourself with great artistry is merely a superficial pursuit. For What Is a Man believes in holistic greatness, and we believe that crafting your appearance is a valuable piece of the dexterous puzzle that is a great man. Because of this, today we are deconstructing the negative and limiting belief that investing in one's appearance is somehow a sign of negative character. We hope that our challenge of this negative belief will make you feel more passionate and fulfilled in your looksmaxxing journey. To be superficial is defined as existing only on a surface level, lacking deeper substance. Immediately, the hypocrisy of calling someone superficial based only on the way they look comes to mind. Ask yourself, would someone of great character and deep thought look at someone who takes care of themselves and immediately think negatively of them based on that? Perhaps the sort of person to judge you for looking your best isn't the sort of person whose judgment you ought to let influence you. We love the concept of looksmaxxing because we understand the trickle-down effects of enhancing one's appearance and the way it can create deeper benefits than mere self-interest. But more on that shortly. To take care of yourself does not, in any way, mean you fail to take care of others. I'm sure you've heard the sayings, you can't pour from an empty cup, and you must love yourself to love others. To have a full cup and to love yourself is to take the best care possible of yourself. And if you're taking the best care possible of yourself, you cannot neglect your appearance. Here's why. Many people who do not care for improving their looks do care for areas of their life that improving their looks would assist them in, such as their career, their financial security, and their relationships. Now, in one's career, a skill set is more important than appearance, unless you're a model. And in one's relationships, the heart is more important than the face, unless you're truly superficial. And this is where many people's limiting beliefs, while understandable, are holding them back. Whoever said that taking care of your looks meant that somehow you have to neglect your skill set or your heart? Jimi Hendrix, one of the greatest musicians to ever live, was never caught looking ordinary. Conor McGregor is an athlete of world-class skill, famous for his sharp fashion sense. And even Elon Musk, love him or hate him, undeniably holds a highly skilled business acumen. And yet he saw it worthwhile to have a hair transplant. So there goes the idea that cultivating appearance means you are somehow without substance in your field. And what about the heart? Well, Pharrell Williams is a fashion icon who launched a non-for-profit group entitled From One Hand to Another, which is centered around providing underprivileged children with resources that aid them in reaching their own unique potential. Ashton Kutcher is quite the good-looking chap who co-founded the Thorn Group, another non-profit organization focused on defending vulnerable children. It would be quite odd to say that either of these men lack moral character just because their outfits are sharp, wouldn't it? So there, taking care of your looks doesn't mean you aren't also even more focused on other, more important things. But it can help you to achieve other and more important things. Research has shown time and again that good looks serve as a halo effect, making a person perceived as more intelligent, capable, and trustworthy. Now, this perception may be unfair, but in the hands of genuinely intelligent, capable, and trustworthy individuals who also happen to have looks on their side, it can't be denied that those looks are a valuable asset. When you're attractive, people want you around them. You're more likely to be accepted for a job, more likely to succeed in business, more likely to hear yes when you ask someone out on a date, more likely to have more money, which, by the way, is not always there to serve goals of mere selfishness. Your money may buy your loved ones better shelter, more reliable transport, better education, better medical care. It may afford you a higher budget for an expensive gift that means a lot to them, or perhaps even more time to make a personal and meaningful gift by hand. After all, it's a little more difficult to write a song or a poem or craft a necklace if you're stressed over money matters and always working. It really does run that deep. Don't underestimate the halo effect's ability to make earning money, being recognized for your skills, and landing connections much easier. Furthermore, don't underestimate the potential for these wins in life to make you naturally more positive, brightly spirited, and upbeat. A more positive role model for those who look up to you, and a brighter spirit for your friends and family to enjoy the company of. Now, we want to emphasize that many people with empty wallets and compromised appearances are beautiful souls who are just as worthy of our time as anyone else. The point is, we hope these people one day can find their beauty expressed outwardly as much as it is inwardly. We want their financial circumstances to be more comfortable, and we want the greatest success for them. It would only serve them and their loved ones with comfort and prosperity. When you encounter people who are neglected for their lack of looks or status, and you see that they deserve better, give them better. Show them respect and show them love. What you can't do, however, is expect that the world does the same for you. If you want the perks of pretty privilege, you're going to have to be pretty. You can change yourself far more readily than you can change the world. Earlier, we mentioned that people's intelligence and competence being positively perceived based on good looks is an unfortunate and unfair reality, but one you can use to your advantage nonetheless. However, not all of the positive perceptions created by good looks are necessarily unfair. A great physique does in fact show discipline. A truly excellent wardrobe demonstrates expression and creativity. And being well-groomed does in fact show discipline and cleanliness, as well as respect for those around you, as Tom Ford has said. Women are not superficial for appreciating these traits. Just because a young lady notices and enjoys your handsome appearance, there is nothing to say that her primary reason for wanting to be with you is not your character. Once again, your strong physique and well-groomed presence speak only to your ability to take care of yourself and therefore others. Plus, physical attraction is a core component of healthy, idealized relationships. If you're going to be with someone, why not find someone who you love every aspect of? Why not become someone who enamors women from the moment they see you, and then drive them wild when they learn about the man you are deep down? If you become your best self, your career and your dating life become games of choice. You can afford to commit your time only to things that are truly special to you. Your looks get you in the door so that your character can take over the place. And who knows, perhaps the smile on your grandmother's face when she shows her childhood friends pictures of her grandson's beautiful new girlfriend will be that much wider. Perhaps your mother will be that much more proud of your career success and your father can rest assured knowing you're able to take care of yourself when he passes, all because you made more of yourself, and the world responded accordingly. Remember, taking care of yourself is not just about you, and taking care of your looks is not just about your looks. Good day.